Ang hindi lang nila alam kung sino mga kalaban nila. They will either play Meralco or Magnolia, di ba?
Kapag ka nanalo mamaya ang Barangay Ginebra,
Magnolia ang kalaban nila.
magiging San Miguel Rain or Shine, and then TNT 3 Converge 4, Ginebra will be 5, Magnolia is 6 kalaban ng TNT,
Then Meralco.
and then Meralco 7 against Rain or Shine, and Lex 8 against San Miguel.
Okay.
Kung mananalo naman ng Titan,
Okay.
it will be number 3 TNT, number 4 Converge, number 5 Magnolia, sila ang katapat ng Converge,
Meralco.
number 6 Meralco, katapat
Bababa
ng TNT.
na number 7 ng ano.
7 ang Ginebra versus Rain or Shine, and NLEX still at 8 versus San Miguel.
Magpapakamatay ng Ginebra para mapunta doon sa number 5. Ba't kalalaban doon sa number 2? Medyo may malakas rin na team yun. Tsaka marami rin player. Nice shot.
So TNT will win 3 in a row
Yeah.
to capture that 3rd seed. But Magnolia, they battled back from a deficit of 19. Binaba nila hanggang sa 4 na lang yun, Do.
Yeah. They really gave a good. Nagkama yung dalawang golfer. Si LA, magaling na rin mag-golf yan eh. At saka si Koschot. Sanggalang actually didn't play anymore. Pinigil na eh. But I think they're also resting them. You know.
Kilalanin na po natin ang ating Babat Player of the Game brought to us by Devon. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babat moments with your family, especially these holidays, only with Devon.
Namimihaso na ito si Edwin, ha? Parating ang nagiging best player of the game, but very consistent siya, except for his inability to control his fouls. And, you know, the accidental naman yung kanyang flagrant foul. Pero yung fouls niya, parating he gets himself into foul trouble.
Pero yung last 4 points niya, crucial din. Just like Kelly Williams' last 4 free throws, though, to pull this one out of the fire.
Yeah, yung denive niya when they didn't know what they were doing at that time already. No?
94-83, TNT captures the 3rd seed sa quarterfinals ng PBA Season 50 Philippine Cup.
Is our best player of the game. Congratulations, Jordan. You came up big for TNT today, scoring not only from the perimeter but also inside the paint. What is the rationale behind the diversified points of attack and also the inspired play?
Oh yeah, just once again, just trying to give what the defense gives me. You know, if there's a little bit of space on the perimeter, I'll shoot it. But if, you know, there's a little bit of a lane, I'll go in there. And if the layup's open, I'll take it. And if the pass is there, I'll take that too.
Jordan, you're going into the playoffs with a twice-to-beat advantage now. How special is this for you and for TNT?
Yeah, this was huge. I mean, backing on 3 wins in a row now, and you know, we're carrying this momentum with us into the playoffs. You know, I believe we'll face these guys again, and they're really tough. So we're going to take an even, you know, it's going to be an even tougher game, and we're going to have to bring our A game, that's for sure.
Jordan, a lot of people here came to support you and the rest of the TNT Tropang 5G. Any message you want to send out to them?
Yeah, as always, thank you so much, everyone who's supporting us. We feel the love in the games, we feel the loud support, and we're going to need it coming in the playoffs. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, Jordan, and congratulations once again to the TNT Tropang 5G. Now it's time for us to hear from our winning coach.
Welcome to the post-game press conference. We are here with our winning coach, Chot Reyes, and later we'll be joined by our best player of the game, Jordan Heading. Coach Chot, it wasn't an easy win up until the 4th quarter. Magnolia came out more aggressive and really held their ground. There were lapses on your end, but with critical contributions not only from Henry but from the other guys, the team found a way to come away tonight with a twice-to-beat advantage. What does that say about your group, especially in terms of composure and depth as you head deeper into the playoffs?
Well, we knew we were going to struggle in this game, so it was nice that we got a bit of a lead. We got a bit of a cushion there, but we knew that Magnolia was going to come back. So the key when they made the run was to just stay composed and keep our composure, keep our heads, our wits around us, and to be able to weather that storm. So we had no illusions that this was going to be a walk in the park for us. We knew they were going to come back. And when they did make their comeback, I thought our composure and our defense in the end spelled the difference.
Oras na para ating silipin ang ilan sa mga eksena. First game ng ating PBA Sunday sa loob ng Smart Araneta Coliseum sa RPTV. L.A. Tenorio being activated, pang-pitong official playing coach na sa kasaysayan ng PBA. Bata niya si Xavier Lucero, magandang simula, 11-4 agad-agad para dito sa Magnolia na naging 14-7 pa.
Dalawang 3-point shots kaagad para kay Lucero. But I thought he had a good LA quarterbacking the team. Yung importante. Pero sumagot dyan si Kelly, nagpaalam pa sa akin.
Tumuro pa kay Dr. J pagkatapos ng unang tres niya. And how about Jordan Heading?
Yeah.
Stepping into this one. Aba, ang TNT kung mananalo, makiklinch nila yung third seed sa playoffs, which comes with a twice to beat advantage. Lamang sila ng 7 after 1. Second quarter, Ian Sangalang. Sinandala ng Magnolia.
Yeah, it continues to be a power for them on the inside game. Just knowing how to move. Despite the fact that medyo maganda depensa ng TNT. But again here, little struggling here. That was Lambatak, and the follow-up here by itong si Brandon Canieles Rosor. Another player who must learn how to control his fouls.
44-33 was the score, less than 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Tana pushes their lead back up to 14.
Mahirap yun. Akalain mo, iwanan mo yun doon sa kanto pa. So all of a sudden, lamang sila ng 9 na puntos, no?
We go forward into the third with about 8 minutes to go. L.A. Tenorio with a triple, his first field goal in his return.
Yeah, and it's a 3-point shot at that. He didn't take a lot of shots, but I thought he had a lot of good assists. Father and mother there.
How about Brandon Ganuelas-Rosser rocking the rim on this Sunday evening?
Yan ang nagiging power ng TNT. They have a lot of good big men cutting from the from the weak side. And when the pass is given, this is a 4-point shot. He went 3 out of 4 from that territory. And he shot 70% from the field tonight.
Kaya naman 12 ang abante ng TNT heading into the fourth. Lumobo yan hanggang 19, pero inunti-unti sila netong Magnolia Hotshots. Reyna Patakdo will silence them with a 4.
Kasali rin siya sa 4-point shot. Didn't really have a spectacular evening scoring-wise, but good enough. He had 11 points also.
Ito solid. Si Oftana naka-17 puntos na naman, Dog.
Yeah.
Shaky start, but a better finish. Kaya natulungan niya ang kanyang kupunan. Although may nagpakilala sa atin, Doc.
Yeah, si Andrade.
Ito si Andrada.
Andrade,
In his first ever PBA game, atapang-atao.
Yeah. I mean, tumira ng airball yun, tumira ng patay ang Butiquilla, but he still made a big shot. And he actually wanted to take a shot nung binigyan siya ng coach ng pagkakataon. This is the big drive. Bumaba na lamang dito, and all of a sudden, he gave them a 2 and 1.
Jordan Heading finishing with 23 points before fouling out. He also had 6 rebounds, Doc.
Yeah.
2 assists and a steal. Jordan Heading piloting the TNT Tropang 5G to that third
He
seed.
had a good game. He had only 1 turnover. So, you can really say that spectacular game.
Twice to beat na po ang TNT sa quarterfinals ng Philippine Cup. Antayin natin ang resulta ng second game para malaman sinong kanilang makakatapat.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. I mean, Filipinas Live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Filipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Filipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. I mean, Filipinas Live.
Filipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Filipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Filipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Filipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Filipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Twice to beat Edge. And as of now, whatever happens in this game between Ginebra and the Titan Ultras, Ginebra will finish outside of the top 4, either in the 5th spot if they win, and in the 7th spot among the top 8 should they drop this ball game.
Okay, when the graphic is ready, you can just bring up the playoff scenario as to where everybody is. So both teams will still go to play. I like the fact that we have a good crowd here, despite the fact maybe this game is no bearing anymore.
Well, the PBA is back here at the Big Dome. Proximity, of course, and 4 excellent teams seeing action here in the final play date of our elimination phase.
Okay, and the first game earlier today was a humdinger of a battle.
Wow.
Talk and Tex or TNT Tropang 5G winning against Magnolia earlier tonight.
It was history in the making for Coach L.A. Tenorio, only the seventh PBA player active as a coach and player at the same time. And TNT made sure that it will not be a successful debut for playing Coach L.A. Tenorio in his return as an active player for the franchise.
Okay, we'll try to get the playoff scenario graphics later on. But in the previous game of Ginebra, this happened in Bahrain, Coach Ronnie. This was the second game that Rain or Shine played after winning against Magnolia in the first game over there in Bahrain.
And this was a NSD game for Ginebra, especially in the 4th quarter, as they were down by a lot, but exploded with 37 4th quarter points, and eventually Scotty Thompson will hit the biggest shot, a 3-pointer that turned the result of this game around. Rebounding was excellent, second chance scoring was outstanding, but the 4th quarter explosion simply got the job done for the Gin Kings outside of Manila.
Of course, joyful game enjoyed by our kababayans there. 2 games in Bahrain that we tried to put together despite the time differences. RJ Abarientos had a stellar performance there with 25 points.
Conference best for RJ Abarientos, scintillating from the long court. We talk about RJ Abarientos, 2 of 7 from the 3 ball, 4 of 8 from the 2-point line, 11 of 12 from the free throws. Led the team in assists as well in steals, but more than that, joined forces with Scotty Thompson in that all-important 4th quarter that enabled the Gin Kings to steal that win away from the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters.
It was so vital that Thompson and RJ played well, especially against the pesky guards of Rain or Shine, who are just maturing and getting better and better. Scotty Thompson, you were beginning to talk about it.
Scotty Thompson in this particular contest played the hero's role for the Gin Kings, knocking in 16 points. And the biggest shot of the game, a 3-point basket that enabled Barangay Ginebra to take the lead for good. Scotty Thompson can hurt you in so many ways. Right now, he is their 4th leading scorer and their 2nd best rebounder. But the impact plays that he brings to the table night in, night out certainly makes him a distinct ball player for Coach Tim Cone.
Okay, let's send it over to the 3rd person in this team for tonight. Naj Mirabales is there downstairs. Naj, take it away.
Sir 7, Coach Ronnie, kontento naman daw ang coaches ng Ginebra sa tinatakbo nila ngayon. According to Coach Richard Del Rosario, they are getting better little by little. Ang kailangan na lang is to be able to translate that into the playoffs. Hindi naman daw nila iniisip yung standings. Ang priority nila ngayon ay defensive end, being at ease with the pace, lalo against Rain or Shine, kung saan nahirapan sila nung nakaraan. Lalo, kaya magandang laro na ito para sa kanila against Titan, being the #1 fast break team. And right now, Ginebra is not looking to diversify their offense and just sticking to what has been effective so far.
Okay, thank you very much, Naj. Let's talk about Titan Ultra. Well, their season will, for now, or their conference will come to an end right here, Coach Ronnie.
Had a chance to their last game against Phoenix. Still, a good season for them, or good conference for them, considering that they have won already a total of 5 games. Unfortunately for them, or 4 games, fortunately for them, Ginebra was able to get to win number 6, and Meralco as well, denying them a chance to tie for a final playoff spot. Taking a look at the numbers against Phoenix, also an explosive fourth quarter for them, outscoring Phoenix 41-28 and eventually winning by 8. As Calvin Aveva will not allow his team to lose, accounting for a conference best 35 points and 17 rebounds to go with its 4 assists in 38 minutes.
Looks like it's a second coming or third coming, whatever count you're doing, for Calvin Abueva, who seems to have found a comfortable home in this team.
Oh, no doubt. 23 points on the average, 12 rebounds as well, close to 4 assists. The heart and soul of the Titan Ultras continues to be at his best, propelling his numbers upward, showing us that he is in the PBA to stay. Definitely a new direction augurs well for the beast in more ways than one for the Titan Ultras.
Okay, and I am awaiting cues on what's next, but what kind of mindset do you bring to a game like this? Of course, whenever they want to win, motivation, momentum going into the next round, while your Titan want to end your conference on a good note, Coach Ronnie.
Every win counts. That's all about the PBA. For the Titan Ultras, of course, trying to be the spoilers. For the Gin Kings, it's all about being sharp heading to the postseason, which starts, by the way, on Christmas Day, December 25.
Ba? Game na agad sa Pasko?
Game na, sir.
Sino ang magtatrabaho ng Pasko?
Aantayin natin yan, sir.
Aantayin natin yung final schedule. Ilalabas siguro yung paglabas natin ng schedule of games mamaya. Okay, we're just about ready to send it to our Coliseum announcer for the introduction of our starting lineups.
Good evening, PBA fans, and welcome to our second game. It's time to meet the starters for both teams. First, from your Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. Starting at center, an 8-time champion from Sasmuan, Pampanga, number 25, Japet Aguilar. At forward, the number 2 overall pick in the annual draft 10 years ago from Cagayan Valley, number 1, Troy Rosario. At forward is a member of the PBA 48th season all-rookie team from Angeles City, Pampanga, number 14, Stephen Holt. At guard from Las Piñas City, number 2, Maya Gray. And also at guard is the PBA 46th season most valuable player from Davao del Sur, number 9, Scotty Thompson. Head coach of Barangay Ginebra is Tim Cone. And now let's meet the starters for your Titan Ultra Giant Risers. At guard from Valencia, Bukidnon, number 11, Aljun Melesio. At guard, the Sultan of Zweig the last 2 seasons, from Pampanga, number 24, Joshua Monzon. At center from Davao de Oro, number 8, Jaya Ambohot. And forward from Bulacan, number 57, Aris Junicio. And also at forward is one of only 2 players in PBA history to score at least 40 points in a game at the age of 37. From Balibago, Pampanga, number 8, the Beast, Calvin Abueva. Head coach of Titan Ultra is John Cadell. Game officials are Ronald Ruca.
These are the 4 with the whistles: Gruta, Montoya, Traballo, and Solon. And John Cardell, of course, calling the shots for TGR. On the other side, of course, Tim Cone and company back on Philippine shores. Nakita ko si Bon Pesumal, umuwi ka agad siguro yan pagkatapos ng Thailand SEA Games.
Alam ko, sir, kagabi sila nakarating dito sa Manila.
Ilang hours ba ang flight? Alam ko
2 hours 40 max yun, sir.
Okay. This play does not work. Kinabueva spearheads the 1-on-4. Fire, stop at the key. Rattles out. Here comes the... dalawang pasan lampas na kay Japet Aguilar. Open shot. This first basket is so hard to deliver. That was Aljun Melesio trying from outside. The layup will work.
In the last game of Ginebra, they had 17 assists on 33 made field goals. A shot coming off a pass, always essential to Coach Tim Cone.
Hall breaking the ice. Here's Abueva. They're shopping around. This is a 4. No, it does not work. Melesha goes downstairs. Do they get it at close range? They do.
First attempt inside the restricted zone yields a good result. Tied at 2 points in the first minute and 15 of quarter 1.
Courtesy of Gio Amboa. This shot is too long for Troy Rosario. It's usually a good one from him from that favorite corner of his. Abueva throws it up but fights for the rebound. Can't get it away from Troy Rosario. Here's Scotty gracefully into his front court. Slows down. Outside he goes to Troy. They don't force it. Back to Scotty. Oh, good cut by Troy. Oh, missed the shot. I think they'll count it as goaltending.
Right, interference on the part of Calvin Abueva pulling the net down after Troy Rosario beat him for the reverse penetration. Troy Rosario in their last game played 38 minutes, scored 6 points, grabbed 9 rebounds, 2 assists as well.
4-2 ang ating score. 10 and 20 remaining. Here's Abueva, top of the keyhole. Looking inside. Point of attack si Abueva, eh, no?
Oh, lagi yan, sir. Number 1 point of attack.
This is a good drive. This will work. Monzon, such a graceful operator, ties up this opening quarter.
These are two players para sa Titan Ultras that Ginebra needs to defend well. Abueva and Joshua Monzon were averaging a combined 44 points together.
At saka siyempre from a preparation for the playoffs point of view para kay team ko, maganda rin naman makasa ang kanyang kupunan. Nothing like an actual game, ano ha? Kasi pag-practice kayo.
Totoo yan.
Pag kayo practice kayo lang magbubugbugan. Nagkakasakitan ba pag-practice?
Yes, sir.
Talaga.
Parate.
Yung mga hindi sinasadya minsan, ano? Holt. Thompson, they're gliding, smoothly operating. Oh! For the second basket, and this one is the 3.
First 3-point basket gives Ginebra a 3-point edge. Scotty Thompson is averaging a team best, nearly 6 assists per contest, and you can see the reason why.
Oh,
wow!
Move. This is a good move. Yeah, when there's a good move, you know, it usually gives you space
and time. Suddenly, Scotty Thompson not in front of Joshua Monzon. Knocks in his 4th point.
Here's Japet, Rosario, and they string it around. Gray is the 5th man. This is Gray. Jeremiah's shot won't work, and the rebound. Scotty. Holt looking inside, already with 2 field goals. Shot clock at 7. This one will not connect. Abueva looking ahead, slows down. This one's on already with a good production of 4 points in the early goings. Drives hard. May ginamit na screen. Si Japet, nahuli ni Japet. Ba't mo ginagamit na screen? In the meantime, here's the attack. Hope. That worked. May kasama pang foul.
That's why Japet Aguilar stayed in the PBA for the longest time. Can score for you. But really, it is his rim protection has enabled him to stand the test of time here in the PBA. And then, on the return play, Holt scores his 5th point of the contest to lift Ginebra to a 3-point lead.
Magnolia ran out of chances kanina, no, na umandar yung opensa ng TNT at saka yung depensa ng tropang 5.
Masyadong mabigat yung 4-point shooting ng TNT kanina. Hindi lang yung 3 eh.
And Holt already with 8 points.
That's 8 of the first 10 points.
Yes. The other 2 courtesy of Troy Rosario. This will have miss from the outside.
Coming from Aris Junicio, what a
nga pala, bago nga pala si Aris dito.
Breakout performance of 21 points scored. Laban sa Phoenix Fuel Master sa huli nilang laban. Napakalaking angat mula sa napakawalan niyang 25 points in the first 4 games. Suddenly wrapping with 21.
Ba't nangyayari yun, Ronnie? Ba't nangyayari yun? Tumakbo na si Japet.
Backdoor sana siya, sir. Miscommunication. Minsan yung timing lang.
Saka yung kindatan.
Oh, iba yung read ni Japet.
Iba yung read ni Holt. Iba yung nguso na lumabas. Iba yung nguso yan eh. Yung nasa court. All forms of communication acceptable. In the meantime, Monzon, downstairs we go. Put up fake. Tinagis na lang. Kapampangan laban sa Kapampangan yun.
Ano ibig sabihin, sir? May Kenny Abe.
May Kenny, halika rito.
Halika rito. Over 20 points per game. Double-double average for the Beast.
Yun nga pala, hindi pa kita nadadala doon sa San Fernando. Doon sa
Buffet.
Bale, Kapampangan.
Manyaman.
Gagawin natin yun.
Pag wala ng traffic masyado, sir.
Grabe, no? Grabe, no? Musuko ako. Ako naman itong nagpunta sa isang birthday kahapon sa Novaliches.
Tukod, sir.
Hello.
Mapula ang kalye.
Yeah. Walang lusot eh, no? Lahat ng maliliit na daanan, pula rin. This one will not run. Holt tries to fight back, but ang Bueva says, tama ka na. Calvin. Oh, look at him dance in the air.
When he starts scoring and being aggressive, you have to be ready with your transition defenders.
You can say what you want, but he's very colorful career. Such an offensive powerhouse, such a strong player as well. Drops the first free throw.
3 straight points here for Calvin Abueva, the #1 scorer and the leading rebounder para sa Ultra Risers.
Ano ang takbo ng kanilang conference? They have some very close games also.
Meron din, sir.
Meron
High
din.
scoring talaga sila out of the top running teams. And that is because of Joshua Monzon, Fran Yu, and Calvin Abueva. High scoring team. The highest scoring team.
At the end, when you look at your record, you tend to look at those close games that you should have. In the meantime, Japet whirling, wheeling and dealing. I think they called the foul on number 18.
Merong isang laro to, sir, na panalo na natalo pa. Yun yung 4-point shot na na-foul ni Monzon, ang rain or shine. And that could have given them 5 wins and a possible 6 kung sakali makalusot dito.
So wala namang epekto dahil na-cancel itong laro na ito nung una. Walang epekto yan in the long run. You have to win those other games.
In the scheme of things, it's all about the total win count.
Not yung momentum that could have, wala yan. Samantala, second time for Ginebra to botch that play on the left flank, actually. That play is not work. Tim Conwell probably take a closer look at that. Corner flip. Yes. Malaysia dropping it from long distance.
And Joshua Monzon has scored or assisted in 7 of the first 13 points for the Ultra Risers.
First 3-point set for Malaysia. This is lost. And Monzon, ang galing magnakaw ng bola.
So, a member of the all-defensive team who now has 6 points has scored or assisted in 9 of the first 15 points for the Titan Risers.
Haba din kasi ng galamay. Saka ang galing sumundot. Time out tayo, balik tayo pagkatapos nito.
So many things, recognition, the turnover, first play of the game, you throw it off the backboard, wasn't even close. It means you're not taking this fucking game serious.
Tim Huddle looks like he's urging his team to come on, let's go. And look at this. This is the scenario, Coach Ronnie.
Wow, this is the possible matchup as we will check as to what position Ginebra will finish should they win, and if Titan Ultras will be able to come out on top.
Yun. May possibility, siyempre, yung Titan Ultra lamang ngayon, ha?
Pero sa ngayon, yung top 4 spots ay
sigurado na.
Nakalock na.
Nakalock na.
At yung panalo ng TNT kanina ay nagtulak sa converge sa top 4.
Oo, nga, no?
Sila talaga.
So converge, lalaman.
Ayan, sigurado na yan.
Sigurado
Oo,
na
yung
yan.
Ginebra na lang inaantay natin ang positioning.
Okay, babalik-balikan ho natin yan ha, habang umaandar po yung ating coverage para may awareness tayo kung where everybody will be. So sabi mo nga Ronnie, sa Pasko, ang simula ng ating
Sa Pasko, 25, 26, 27, 28. Pero if necessary na yung ibang play dates doon, sir.
Kasi may twice to be twice to
Oh,
be
tapos
tayo.
January 5th na, alam ko, Sunday, yung muling pagbubukas sa 2026 para naman sa semifinals, kung di ako nagkakamali.
Hindi naman malaman kung mali ka o hindi. May lalabas sa schedule mamaya. Diba? Usually yan at the end of the last game of the
Tama yan, sir.
elimination.
So far, so good para sa Titan Ultras, led by Abueva and Joshua Monson. And Ginebra lapsing into some turnovers here in quarter 1.
Jonicio drops one from top of the keyhole. Alam mo, concern ni team ko dyan, energy. Pumiyahe itong team na ito din.
Tama naman, sir. Time difference. For that, sabihin natin, Junicio coming off a 21-point game on 4 of 10 shooting from the 3-ball. Laban sa Phoenix sa huli nilang panalo.
And he has now given them their biggest lead at 8 points.
Ano naman, sir, pumapalo to ng 127 points.
Ang Ginebra.
Ang Titan Ultras. Oo.
High-octane offense pala ito. No?
Number 1 scoring team. How many times in double digits? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sa 10 laro. Over 100 points.
Wow. This first quarter is down to 5 and 10. Japet fires a 15-footer. Rocks it on a good feed by Holt.
The master of the mid-range. Getting a nice setup job from Holt.
And that has, silang dalawa ni Boy Aram, that has developed so well over the last couple of years. Ano sa PBA kasi, you have to make those shots yung mga big men. Si Abueva, tingnan ni referee, wala bang foul?
Yung basket ni Japet Aguilar stops an 11-0 run na pinakawala ng Titan Ultra kanina.
But the lead is restored to 8 and Abueva steps into the passing lane.
Another turnover.
4 on 1, Sabit, blocking. Naku, kapit sa shin, bone, si Calvin. Ano yan, buto sa buto siguro yan.
Sakit.
Natch, ano meron? Let's go to you.
Sir 7, Coach Ronnie, win or lose, the Titan Ultra Giant Risers just want to play hard. Kahit konting chance lang daw na manalo against a team like Ginebra, sapat na raw yun para sa kanila bilang pagwawakas nitong yugto na to. Coach John Del Cardel is now looking forward to having new players next conference. Pandagdag na rin sa talented players sa roster. For wins, this conference may not be a lot for other teams, pero para sa isang bagong team like them, it's a good start as they prepare for a new conference.
Thank you, Natch. Alam mo, sa pinanggalingan din ni John Del Cardel sa therapy, having many more wins is most welcome.
Yes.
Not to belittle his efforts there, but it's just what happened to that team.
Correct.
20-12, ano ito ang tawag? Foul,
Regular foul.
Yeah.
At alam ko may bagong player din ang kupunan ng Titan Ultras na si Brian Sahonia. Nakatulad ni Yukian Andrada ay magde-debut.
Yung kaninang Andrada na tumira ng
Correct.
tres na pumasok.
Mga taga San Beda Red Lions na nagkampiyon 8 days ago for Coach Rescueta at the university.
Natapos na yung collegiate season.
Dulong-dulo na siya.
Tapos yung MPBL, tapos na rin ata. So, yung mga may kontrata, gaya ni J.Chu.
Sila Jason Brickman, lalaro na.
Okay.
Turnovers, plaguing Ginebra dito sa ating unang quarter.
Gusto ko lang magpasalamat sa lahat ng mga nanood ng Philippines against Thailand finals.
Diba, sir?
Maraming salamat sa mga comments at sa mga inyong pagsubaybay at suporta.
Ikaw ang gumawa, sir.
Sa kami ni Larry Fonachel on that night. Natutuwa lang ako na lahat tayo ay nagsama-sama that night to support our teams, both men and women winning the gold medal. Salamat po sa inyo lahat.
Double gold.
Winning against Thailand.
Yes, sir.
Sa 3x din, malakas na rin ang Thailand.
Sila po ang nag-champion, sir.
Samantala, ayaw. Alam mo si Junicio will have a happy home here. Playing time, saka opportunities to attempt given the flow of their offense. In the meantime, titira ka ba? Hindi. Here's Torres was in the game for the first time. Thought about it. There's a slap on the hand. And that is given to Gabe Flores, who wears number 22. 10-point lead by the Titan, GR. Balanza will see action for the first time, drawing out Junicio. We're down to 3 minutes and 44 in the opening quarter.
Balanza was one of 6 players who scored in double figures against Phoenix in their last win.
Barrientos pulls it from 15, bothered by Monzon. Here's Balanza. Familiar headband right there. Ang Weber tira ko na. 4. Yeah. Sinalo sa ilalim ni David.
Oops.
Hold, slows it down. Ginebra trying to be deliberate here. And they have lapsed into so many turnovers here.
At least 5 turnovers in the quarter para dito sa Gin Kings.
Itong left flank, ano, dito sila.
Doon sa 2-man game execution nila. Meanwhile, ang Ginebra may bago rin manlalaro. Mula naman sa Perpetual Alta, si Abis. Dahil tapos na ang NCAA season, pwede na silang maglaro.
Pero ito si Estilla yata ito.
Oo, ang MVP sa recent na draft combine.
So ito na ang NC at ang UA. Unti-unti nang pumapasok. So, ang NC pwede kasi sila i-draft no? Na kahit kalaro pa sila sa NC season Ang UA ang hindi pa pumapayag. Anyway, back to the present. The Barrientos slows it down. Here's the attack. Tapang itong still. Dalawang magkakampi. Touch passing, Ginebra. It's a 3.
Oh.
Ginebra's offense has sputtered here. They have been limited to 12 points for a long stretch here.
After being ahead at 10-7, they have been outscored 15 against 2 in the last 3.5 minutes.
And been hit by turnovers time and again. And we will be back here at the Sprint Araneta Coliseum.
Ikaw na doon kay David. Ha? Still sa'yo. Hold sa'yo ha. Hold. Okay? Hey! Yarik, ihangkap tayo na rin ko yung nasa ito. All of you guys, mapinigyan nyo. Pick it up. Yan. Yan tayo. Ikaw na tumay. Okay.
22-12 as we focus our attention on Joshua Monson and how good he has played for this team that's trying to build a name for itself in the league.
Turning a new corner in his PBA career. A 3x3 specialist before. Played for Terra Firma, Northport, and now the Titan Ultras. The elevation of his efficiency has made this team a more lethal one. Definitely a threat moving forward is Joshua Monson and the rest of the Titan Ultras.
Sabi sa inyo, tumitingin yung mga players sa graphics pagka lumalabas sa big screen dito.
Ang laki kasi naman talaga nitong screen, sir.
Pag sa Montalban o kaya sa Antipolo o sa Ninoy, hindi nila nakikita. Ito naman kasi four-cornered big.
Ito ba pinakamalaki, sir, sa Pilipinas?
Sa akin, no.
Laki.
Pwera yung sa Philippine Arena. Iba yun. Samantala, ito si Barrientos, stutter step. Ano tawag?
Foul.
See you. Ay guilty of a foul. Let's look at the penalty situation. 5 team fouls na ang Titan, ang Ginebra, 3. Norbert Torres shopping around. 2 minutes and a half remaining. Ito si Barrientos. Being pursued but turns around. Can't drill it in. Dude, that'll work. Balanza dropping it in.
Tigang na tigang ang opensa dito ng Barangay Ginebra. Again, from a 10-7 scoreline, outscored 17 against 2. With 11 straight points earlier, delivered by Joshua Monson, Abueva, and even Aljun Melesio.
Alam mo yung itsura ni Team Con, alam niya yung problema, energy. Energy. It's not wanting to win, but energy. Alam ko, of course, it's no excuse, but at the same time, sa buhay ng mga teams, nangyayari lahat yan.
Yan, yung slow start. Another turnover.
Ayun, yun ang, naka-counter turnover sila. Abarientos will go for a layup, tries to get the foul. Will go shoot free throws instead.
And that will be the second personal foul of Ran Yu.
Trying to stop the guards of Ginebra. Anong basa mo rito sa Titan as a team in terms of personnel? Do they have the material to go deeper into the competitions?
They will continue to build on. Very young team. Good solid core led by Abueva and Joshua Monson, but definitely they will need more pieces in the next coming PBA season.
Para nakikita nila the kind of game that must be played to win against some of the top teams, and how Rain or Shine has improved tremendously, and they're going to be in the top 4. In the meantime, Balanza drops his second basket.
Ang main force of the bench itong si Jeric Balanza. Sabi nga natin, nag-double digits na naman. Sa huli nilang panalo laban sa Fuel Masters ng Phoenix.
Balanza with 4. Here's Torres. Here's Holt. Abarientos trying to tear up the inside. Scoops it up on the gap.
Always nice to see RJ Abarientos aggressive to the basket.
And he has produced his second basket. And Abarientos has attempted steal. Huli ng pulis. Ito yung drive, yung gather.
Alam naman natin na may tira talaga sa long ball. But his close-out counters are really outstanding if he puts his mind into finding those driving lanes.
Takes a certain talent, lalo na in a league wherein malalaki yung mga tao. I think one of the surprises that the college players realize is when they get to the PBA,
iba na yung
how big the people are, how muscular and how physical.
Ang kagandahan, sir, may pedigree siyang pwedeng sundan eh. Yung kanyang uncle na si Johnny A.
Kasayaw yung best friend mo sa isang, nakita ko sa isang social media po.
Diba?
Sumasayaw si Benji kasama si Flying A.
Si Flying A, sir, mahusay sumayaw.
Oo, si Benji. Bahala ka na. Free throw line, drops! And still drops it in. And that's the lead down to 8.
Good development here for Ginebra after a scoreless 3-minute spell.
Here's the long attempt. Flores' attempt will work.
Oh, wow.
And has been fouled in the three-point area.
In their last win, they had 15 made three-point baskets. Referring to the Titan Ultras.
Let's check out this three-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. The foul was against Torres, giving Flores an opportunity for a 4-point play completion.
And the former Arellano chief had 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists in their win against Phoenix. Now with a total of 4 points.
Alam mo, masarap din para sa Titan matapos yung conference mo, panalo.
Panalo.
Saka, di ba, kung may plano sila magpa-dinner o magpa-late party namin, mas masaya naman. Pasko eh. Abarientos.
Crafty.
That was the old call of Willie Hernandez for the original Abarientos who played in the Mika, si Virgilio Abarientos.
Yung ba si Haba-Haba Abarientos?
Napakaliit. Nakalaro ko sa pick-up game. Nagulat ako gano'n siya kaliit.
Pero saksakan ng galing.
Sobra. Yung crossover na bababa na mahirap sundutin.
Mahirap nang i-dribble yun, sir eh. Sa'yo pa lang. Mahirap na.
Ikaw nga, di kayo muyuko na.
Sakang ako, sir eh.
Ganun ba? Ganun ba? May excuse ka na pala. 30-19. Uy! Sadsad si Bunson. Hello! That should be A basket, they'll review, but it looks pretty good.
Wow.
4 yun, ha?
Kung sakali
4
man.
yan, ha? Papasok eh, ganda ng linya eh.
Layo.
Eto. Nadapa si Oyo na dulas. Wala. Pinulot ni Abarientos. Forward pitch. Counted. Ito isang pang silip. Yung clock, ha? Parang hindi, ha? So, parang naubos yung... Pero nabitawan na bago nag-elapse yung time, eh. Nandun pa si former teammate mo, Joey Guanyo.
Diyan, sir, sinisilip nila.
But this is at the end of the first quarter, which has Titan leading 30-19. Referees now making this call. Let's look. No basket. Not counted.
At the end of the first quarter,
Parang
the score is
nasa kamay pa niya. Anyway, we're done with the opening quarter. We'll have the second quarter ready in a very short while.
This game is for my auntie. She passed away 2 days ago before we stayed here in... Nandito kami sa Bahrain, nalaman namin ni Tito na namatay yung kapatid niya, kapatid ng mami ko. Walang dahilan kundi maglaro na maayos para sa tito ko. So, kung nasan ka mo ngayon, tita? Hindi man tayo nagsama ng matagal. We really love you. And salamat sa mga alaala para sa iyo itong laro na to. I love you.
Very emotional moment for RJ Abarientos as he offered the game to his late aunt.
For RJ and of course for his uncle, Johnny A. Kapatid ni Johnny A.
Kapatid pa ni Johnny. Alam mo ba minsan, sa Moro Lorenzo, alam mo naman, nakakapunta ka rin dati doon. Nag-jogging kami ni Johnny.
Sa taas, sir?
Lakas na ambisyon kong sumabay. Buti na lang, naglakad.
Good move by Johnny.
Good. Thank you, Johnny.
Good defense by Sir Seb.
Anong sakit? Anong sakit? Hindi naman sakit. Anong naging mga yan? Isa sa mga problema na Ginebra itong taong to. Second steal. And look at Team Go. Well, I think he's wondering what is bugging us, what is bothering us. What could that be, Ronnie?
Turnover, sir. Is number 1. Number 2, their transition defense. Sabagay. Napakahirap talagang depensahan yung mga turnovers na tinatawag. Dahil home run plays ang nangyayari.
Short pass, 15-foot line, still won't make it. And the Flores rebound is taken the ball into the hands of TRG. Oh, that is a blind pass. Still does not know Flores was behind. Wala sumigaw ng behind o hindi niya narinig.
Another turnover for Barangay Ginebra.
Into the hands, downstairs. Oh, Ular takes care of the basket on his first try on the floor.
And again, si Joshua Monson creating that scoring opportunity para sa kanyang teammate.
Ayan yung stats, Ronnie. Tingnan mo nga yung turnovers. Agad ng Ginebra.
Para sa Ginebra, sa unang 12 minuto, ay 10.
Ay, naku, grabe. Nats, ikaw muna.
Sir Seb and Coach Ronnie, Coach Tim expressed his disappointment during the huddle, saying he never was taking things for granted, allowing the Giant Risers to get open looks. He emphasized the lack of penetration and ball movement, reminding the team that they need to play it the right way, the Ginebra way.
Thank you very much, Nudge. And Sonny is still with a follow-up 34-21 count here.
4 points off the bench for a steal.
An offensive foul. John will not disagree, of
Trying
course.
to create separation sa kanyang step side move. 10 turnovers leading to 12 turnover points na ibigay ng Ginebra para sa Titan. We're willing customers and scored a total of 30 first quarter points.
Here's Juan Basumal, a member of that gold medal winning team in the recent Southeast Asian Games.
Also a UAAP champion.
Alam mo yung team ni Coach Norman, ano, kung sino yung available, sino yung pwede.
Grabing sakripisyo.
Grabe yung ano na yun. Maganda yung quote ni Coach Norman. He stopped talking to the media kasi feeling niya ginagamit ng ties yung mga announcement niya. Oh well, that's another completed sequence. There's two.
With the starters limited in their usual scoring ways, Ginebra's second unit players now helping out the Gin Kings, try to fight back from a double-digit deficit.
34-24 is the count. Oh,
Nice
great pass. Great pass and gentle stop, which is good for two. Kate Flores with 6 in the game. 12-point lead by the Titan. Here's the drive. Estil, his pass. Another turnover. Look at this. 4-on-2. Balanza, 6.
Turnovers leading to turnover points. 6 points off the bench for Balanza. 14-point lead for the Ultra Risers.
And 3 minutes into this second quarter, already a frenetic pace being set by Titan. Here's Estil. Cool launches. Does he get 2 in a row? No. Oh, great. Got that rebound. Libre, sabi ni Ku, why not? Getting it, 2 in a row.
Breva there. Ralph Ku to take another 3 ball.
Sige, tira mo. Siguro kinausap pa dyan sa floor. Tira mo, tira mo. 38-27, 8.5 remaining.
Only 3 points per game on 38% shooting. Para dito kay Ralph Ku from the 3 ball. Eclipsing his normal scoring average with 6 first half points.
Balanza. Not this time. Flores tapping it outside to nobody in particular.
Alam mo sir, nung huling laro ng Titan Ultras at would have gone either way laban sa Phoenix, may isang tip si Kate Flores diretso kay Joshua Monson na tinira sa 4-point line at pumasok.
O mga sok, itong 3-point shot na ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Arena Plus Sports. Look at Tim Cohen. Look at Tim Cohen.
And Ku was asking for the pass from the opposite elbow.
I know that look. In all the years I've known this man, I know, and he's so disappointed. But he is also aware that these things happen. So Mal, 3 o 4 ba? 4. Welcome home. Juan Basumal.
The Southeast Asian Games gold medalist who lifts his team to a 15-point edge.
Biggest lead.
Tama.
Counter 3. Estil. No. Monson. Lead pass.
Oh!
Nabitawan. Natawa siya. Nabitawan. Abarientos. Clip. It could be Basumal with a foul. Sabi ni Abel, ay buhay. Matrapik talaga.
Ang kabutihan sa Barangay Ginebra, this team was in a bubble as they faced the heavyweights sa mga unang laro nila. Bago nagkaroon ng mahabang winning streak para sumampa sa 6 na panalo sa 10 laro.
So this game, if they win, well, if they lose, iba kalaban. If they win, iba kalaban. Hey, Ralph Ku is off to a blazing start. 9 points, anchored on 3 triples.
Already tripling his scoring average of almost 4 points a game.
And it's called an offensive foul on the tractor line drive of the Beast.
Magsimula tayo sa ating pangalawang quarter. 30 against 19 para sa Barangay Ginebra. 12 para sa Titan Ultra Risers. Sa ating pangalawang quarter, Ginebra naman ay mayroong 11 points. Karamihan dyan, galing kay Ralph Koo.
Kung wala yun, hindi na iwanan na talaga itong Ginebra. Samantala, ito naman, yung tira ni Holt. May rebound. Alam mo sa akin na personally, ang laking pagbabago ng Ginebra nung nawala din si L.A. Tenorio. Ibang
Tenorio.
It became a different team.
Ayan, Jamie Malonzo, Mapa Hanisi.
Nag-iba yung composition. Maraming dahilan bakit nagbago yan. But, teams go through trials and transitions. Undecided on what to do. Good defense by Titan. I think he got the better of Japet Aguilar in that sequence.
Another completed defensive stop here
Yes,
for the Titans.
that's true.
Who are more known for their offense, being the #1 team in the Philippine Cup.
In terms of production.
Sobra.
Ang Bongot got the better of Japet. And look at the drive. Joshua Munsong finding a lane to the basket. He has 10 already in this first half. Munsong slips again. The layup will work.
So third best scoring team ang Titan Ultras, close to 105 points per game.
Holt has now arrived at the double-digit mark. Good. The count at 44-32. Half of this quarter is already gone. Nice pass.
Time and again, Joshua Monson finds an open teammate. In the first quarter alone, he had 3 assists to go with his 6 points.
Aris Junicio found himself alone on an island and delivered. Yes, Holt. Who now being watched a little more closely after hitting 3 triples. Holt finding the mark. Yes.
Quick trigger for Holt. Total of 12 points for the leading scorer for the Gin Kings. But he needs help.
Yes, he does. Where is this going? Here's Pasimon. Drops. Shot clock at 5. Aguera dropped the ball. Here's the Barrientos. Aguera tried to keep his step. A foul against Pasimon. Pasimon will go out. Troy Rosario is coming in for the other side, but let's sort it out during this timeout.
On kasi Calvin. Okay, triangle ha. Go triangle ha. Gio. Gio, dito ka. Josh, you're here. Haris, abang ka naman. Calvin, triangle tayo ha. Taas na, pataas mo ng konti. Si Josh to, Josh. Gio, tingnan mo ha. Screen ka, tingnan mo lang. Baka libre ka, Gio. Screen ka mo lang. Josh, go ahead. Okay. Nothing happens, say. Don't.
Back with us here, and here are the possibilities if Titan Ultra wins, Coach Ronnie.
Oo, ito yung mga posibleng scenarios na posibleng maganap pag nanalo ang Titan Ultras. In case that happens, this will be the matchups. Ginebra will fall to the 7th spot, will collide with Rain or Shine. Samantala, yung mga ibang matchups, ayan. Ang NLEX biglang napunta sa pang-8, San Miguel lords it over. The Philippine Cup title holders in the previous season, while the rest of the matchup ensues. Ito naman ay kung sakaling Ginebra ang manalo, ang makakaharap nila ay ang Converge Fiber Xers, and they have to beat Converge twice to make it to the semis.
Yung 1 against 8 mukhang
settled
plakado na yun.
Oo.
Yung 3 and
6
sarado na rin.
So yung dalawa.
Yung
dalawang kanto.
46-34 ang ating official na bilang. 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Abarientos drops the first. There's a 6-point game up to this moment. Struggle for Ginebra in this first half. say the least. They've thrown the ball away more than 10 times in this first half, which is too much for any basketball team. Malaysia is back on the hardwood. Abueva gives it to Joshua. Joshua whirling around, step back three.
Wow. That's supreme confidence for Munson when I was 13 points. Leading the way in assists and in scoring for the first half for the Titan Risers.
So over to also, and a great pass by Cook. Scotty denied the entry, tries to steal it back, succeeds. Here's Holt, dancing, waltzing, throws up a prayer. You get the feeling he probably didn't feel he had a shot, but here's that three-point delivery brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook, courtesy of Joshua Munson. We're going to have a review here. It's not a challenge, but it's a review, actually. Abueva, who was a curious onlooker there, hoping that the call will not go his way. Second personal foul of the Beast, and we have Holt on the stripe. That was what he has done thus far in 13 minutes of action.
That was where the contact came in.
Tinalikuran niya. Lead is 12. Down to 11. Katsagain ng Ginebra ito. They have to if they want a more motivated journey to the next round.
Biggest lead was at 15 earlier, at 34-19.
Yes, it was. There's Abueva. Peeks inside. Back pedals. Sabit. That's what it is. The veterans going at each other here.
Super strong going to his right.
Ako, I sometimes reflect on this. What if Calvin Abueva played for Ginebra?
Magandang
saya, no?
Kung sakali.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. Split from the line by the Beast, 50-38. Kasi paboritong kantsawan ng Ginebra faithful ito si Abueva. Great escape, but Thompson doesn't go all the way. Troy can't drop it. Koo taps it safely. Holt dropped it, lost it. It should go to the Titan. GR.
Mabuti kanina, bumuga ng tatlong 3-point basket si Ralph Koo.
Kung hindi malayo-layo na ito.
Napakalaking bagay nun. To help out the 14-point scorer in Holt.
Exactly.
And they have 23 of the 38 points of the Gin Kings.
Giant Risers have controlled this game. And Monzon has been a stellar performer with 15.
First half points. Beats the primary defender, last line defender, to give his team another 14-point lead.
Scotty tries it from afar, no success from Rainbow territory. Torres gives it back to Scotty. Kunin natin sa layup ito.
Siguraduhan, porsyentuhan para kay Scotty Thompson.
Diretso na.
First 2 points, by the way, for Scotty in this game.
Nung college ba si Scotty high scorer?
Hindi masyado, sir.
Hindi, ano?
Pero napakahusay dumipensa. Para sa altas naglaro yan. Ni Coach Arik de Rosario.
Discover ni Coach Arik.
Pero hindi ko makakalimutan mag-ball, sir. Kasi kakaiba.
Turnaround. Ayaw. Rebound tinangan ni Torres. Of course, we missed the late Coach Arik. I met his son at Film Life Homes.
Sino, sir?
Yung son niya na naglaro sa UST.
Si Coach Lester?
Yeah. Tumapit sa akin.
Tama, sir. Kinuwento niya. As Flores, who paved the way for that basket earlier by Scotty Thompson, knocks in his first 2 points as well.
Naglalaro si Coach sa magandang court sa Film Life, where Samboy Lim started playing. Open court pa dating in Overton. In the meantime, sa laksak, naibit, turn around, lihis. 10 na lang ito, 2-minute mark approaching. Naibit, si Scotty, hold, naku, bakit ko ba pinasa pa? Two-minute zone of this first half. The first half, they would rather forget here. But take nothing away from the Giant Risers playing so superbly, so fluidly, like that.
Excellent execution of the two-man game between the two bigs. A dive by Ambohon. An extra pass to Junicio nails his second three-point basket for a total of 9 points. Sorry.
Sige lang. Basta second, okay niya.
9 points. 8 ba?
Mamaya, adjustin nila.
8 points.
8 points. Anyway, 2 3 di ba? Tapos isang ano, pwede 8.
Okay.
Simple na. Kaya maayusin nila yung tres. Kasi lamang sila. Lakas ng loob nilang magtitira ng tres.
Piyansa.
1 minute. Downstairs to Troy. Rejected. Yung volleyball yun, blocked.
Kill blocks na lumabas.
Yan. Roof. Well, we tend to remember the days. Sayang hindi ko na panood maglaro si Troy ng volleyball. Pero sabi ni Denista,
Yung kapatid na babae, sir, kahusay.
Talaga.
Laro para sa Ariala at nag-champion sa NCAA.
Okay.
Si CJ.
So nasa dugo talaga.
Oo.
Good catch. Pero
Another
ito si Munson.
turnover.
Ito si Munson, ano?
Matulin kasi sir.
In the fine tradition of a Bernie Fabiosa.
Matulin, matangkad.
Hindi mo na inabot si Fabiosa.
Nakalaro ko sir. Idol ko yun. TJ, tough job, Fabiosa.
Look at the expression of the beast. But before this quarter is over, we're going to take a break because there's a timeout. And Ralph Gu has been helpful to Ginebra in a very sluggish first half, actually.
He has scored over 30% of their total second quarter output, with 9 of the 23 second quarter points delivered from the second longest line. Ralph Gu, a three-point specialist, comes out of the De La Salle Green Archers basketball program na kakakampiyon lamang sa UAP.
Yes, indeed. So, ang sitwasyon dito, pag natalo ang Ginebra, sinong kalaban nila? Rain or shine?
Rain or shine. Base doon sa nakita natin.
Pag nanalo, ang kalaban nila...
Converge.
Choose your poison. Ano? Sa ganda na nilalaro ng Rain or shine, saka ng Converge of late. Ba't mahirap kalaban yung Converge? May size.
Malaki.
Malaki, no?
Malaki. Tapos, dumating pa si Juan Gomez de Leon. Nandun yung Baltasar at Arana at Stockton.
Yun. So, young team, gusto rin manalo.
Hindi natin alam kung darating na si Ildefonso para makatulong sa kanila.
Wow. So, ito, Titan Ultra trying to end its conference on a very high note with a 13-point lead, largest at 15. Glad you could join us on the Sunday. Last four, going 3 seconds to the side. And what a way to finish it if you're Ginebra. Not the way you want it with a turnover. We're going to check on our Babat player of the half, brought to you by the fan. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babad moments with your family, only with Divan. He's been the difference, Ronnie.
Oh, definitely. A difference maker in more ways than one. Defensively has been a pest. Offensively has found open teammates and has scored heavily for the Titan Usos. And as a result, ahead by 8 Bakers doesn't lead after the first 24 minutes.
Wala na siya. Wala na si Bert.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas love. I mean, Filipinas Live.
Basketball taught me. Yeah, for me, sobrang thankful ako kasi you're just doing something that makes you healthy or while having fun at the same time.
Basketball pretty much shaped me. It taught me a lot of experiences. It allowed me to travel around the world. It taught me to be disciplined. It taught me the hard work, and yeah, I feel like it's the best job in the world for me. You know, I grew up playing the sport, and I owe pretty much everything, you know, my life to the game, and it's given me a lot. So for me, I'm just trying to respect the game. Every time I step in the court, just, you know, go all out and do my best. So
dahil sa basketball, gumanda yung buhay ko. Dahil sa basketball, kumbaga nakakatulong din ako sa mga taong nasa paligid ko, mga kaibigan ko, yung mga relatives ko. Saka syempre yung sa mga magulang ko, ito yung pagkakataon na I give back yung kung ano yung naitutulong sa akin before ako maging basketball player. Ngayon nandito na ako, nakakatulong ako sa mga magulang ko.
Dito sa basketball, napagtapos ko ng pag-aaral yung isang kapatid ko, na unti-unti na ipapatayo ko ng bahay yung magulang ko sa probinsya. And then pangatlo, yung mga dating mga pangarap ko lang na gusto kong bilhin, ngayon nabibili ko na siya kahit papano. Kumbaga, laking pasasalamat ko na naging isa akong basketball player kasi dito ko nakuha lahat ng mga pangarap ko, hindi lang bilang isang basketball player professional, kundi pati na rin sa pamilya ko na natulungan ko rin sila.
In 24 minutes, the Titan Ultra Giant Risers getting the better of Barangay Ginebra 55-40 to the lead, balloon to as high as 15. Ronnie, a review of the numbers.
Looking at the first 2 quarters, we find here the Titan Ultras super high field goal rate of 51%. Why? Because a lot of times they were able to get to the basket. How? Because of the turnovers committed by the Gin Kings. 19 errors turned into 29 points by the Ultra Risers. Starter scoring 37, led of course by Joshua Monson, who fired a total of 15 first half points in 18 minutes. And again, Calvin Abeba helping out, lending a hand, Junicio as well, together with Balanza. Ginebra trying to regroup, trying to recalibrate, arrest those 19 turnovers and hope that they can have a good third quarter start.
Mukhang mahaba. I'm sure we'll get it from Nudge later on what Tim Cone talked about, but I passed by them. Mukhang mahaba yung diskusyon eh.
Nadaan ka pa doon, sir? Nadaan ka pa?
How do you prepare for that halftime talk? How brief or how long should you actually... Depends.
It really depends on the situation, sir, and what is, of course, the score at the end of the first 2 quarters. Bago ka palang pumunta ron sa halftime break, alam mo na, more or less ang sasabihin mo, and then you double check with the stats, of course.
Okay, ito yung PBA 50 All-Stars sa Candon City. Naimbag nga rabi Candon, kayo pala ang
When mano?
Wow. Scan the QR code or visit www.pbaph/All-Star. Voting period, January 18 ang deadline natin. Details, Ibang North, Ibang South, 12 rookies, sophomores, 12 juniors.
Nasaya at nagbabalik ang North versus South format. All-Star game.
The original format when it was institutionalized in 1989. Hello, back in business here for the second half. Earlier today, we had TNT Tropang 5G winning against Magnolia. And so the top 4 teams, pasadahan mo, top 4, pasok na yan.
San Miguel, Rain or Shine,
TNT,
and Converge. Yung panalo ng TNT nagtulak sa Converge. So twice to beat Edge.
We'll update you on the playoff picture as we sail along here. There are 2 possibilities kasi if Ginebra wins or if Titan wins and they hold on to this game here.
Normally, Ginebra is an outstanding team in terms of execution, but they were hurt in the first 2 quarters. Let's see if they have a better time, better offensive flow here in quarter 3.
55-42. Here's Calvin Abueva. Here's you on the outside, playing that 2-man game on the left flank. 2 on the shot clock. Pass is intercepted. You puts it up, a prayer, and ends up with an air ball. Drive by Iskati.
Scores the first basket. 4th point in the game for Scotty Thompson. Coming off a defensive stop.
Cutting down the lead to 11. There's Monson who has played spectacularly with already 15 points and ilang steals? 4 yan.
4, saka yung assist, ang dami.
Little of everything. Here's Abueva driving hard against Holt. It is tapped away. Nagulat si Calvin na tapik. Here's the drive by Holt. It is knocked away. Leak out.
Another turnover.
Calvin will glide and score.
That's 31 turnover points on 20 turnovers by the Gin Kings.
And on that leak out, Abueva has now entered the double-figure range. He has 11 points. Inside 10 minutes now. Iskati tried to be aggressive, drops it to Troy Rosario, and it is now 57-46. Second basket of Troy.
10 assists on 16 made field goals, and it is assist number 5 for Scotty Thompson.
Iskati naman hindi naman big scorer yan. Although pag
kailangan.
Kailangan. Pero galing din yung mag-feed and do other things.
Oh my.
It's his birthday siguro. Birthday.
7 of 12 in the first 2 quarters, finished with 15 in 21 minutes. Also had 4 assists and 4 steals. And game numbers na yun sa marami.
Yeah, and he has hit it against the board. Was fouled, will get an additional free throw, the bonus.
On an array of individual moves.
Yes, indeed. Array indeed. Tuloy, array ang Ginebra.
An array, nakaka-array.
60-46. Here's Rosario, great. Looking inside.
Oh
boy, Rosario ended up with nothing. And Monson slips. He's been slipping, man. Pag nagpupunta ka ba sa game, ilang sapatos dalawa?
Isa lang ako. So, iba dalawa.
Meron yung nagpapalit at halftime.
Yes, kasi pawisin ang mga paa.
Or feel nila,
Hindi, pawisin talaga sila. Yung iba, basang-basa talaga.
O yung feel, hindi maganda yung takbo sa court.
Yung iba, pag hindi maganda yung laro sa unang dalawang quarters, palit agad.
Yung iba, nagko-combine. Left, iba. Right, iba. Miss Nudge, take it away, please.
Sir 7, Coach Ronnie, according to Coach Richard Del Rosario, they are bleeding from self-inflicted wounds, committed too many turnovers in the first half, lacked aggressiveness, allowing the Giant Risers to get to the paint. Settling, sabi nga ni Coach Chard, they're playing like they're jet lag. Kahit nung Friday pa naman sila nakauwi. Kaya the coaches are asking for more energy this half. Sir 7, Coach Ronnie.
Thank you very much, Nudge. I like that line. Self-inflicted. Parang ano, no? Makabagbag damdamin eh.
Masakit.
Masakit. But, you know, good na yung report ni Nadia kasi Friday pa. Nanggaling ka na rin sa Middle East. May hangover.
Meron sa totoo lang meron.
Sorry. Hindi hangover. Jet lag. Meron.
Mabigat yung time difference kasi 5 hours.
Nung ginawa nga namin yung Barangay at madaling araw, natapos dito sa Manila. And look at Monson. Fired 20 points.
And as we tell that narrative, suddenly Monson has lorded it over offensively. 20 points already for Joshua Monson, 5 of them here in the third.
A point shy of the biggest lead of Triton in this game. Ang ayaw kasi ng Ginebra, baka yung, alam mo yung hawa-hawa. Yung, di ba, nag-umpisa ng ganito, tapos pagpasok ng playoffs, whether converge or rain or shine ng kalaban, ayaw nilang...
Mahirap madala. But the good thing about the Gin Kings is that Scottie Thompson has started attacking the basket.
Which I think he did not do in that first half. Faithful of Ginebra stayed on though.
Good size crowd.
On a Sunday. Ayaw na rin mag-shopping. Ayaw na rin mag-traffic.
Mag-shopping. Dami pa rin tao sa malls.
Next year na kita bibigyan ng Christmas gift.
No, that's French fries is okay.
There's a need.
And the inasal.
Yeah, that's coming soon.
Yun.
Very soon.
Coming soon.
62-48. Also, I'd like to congratulate the men's volleyball team winning the bronze. Yes.
Ganda nung hapon sa reverse sweep.
Yep. This guy's on fire. Unstoppable. It's a 16-point lead.
Everything he has thrown has turned to gold. Best scorer, #1 passer, #1 thief as well so far for the Titan Ultras.
Three turnovers already in 3 minutes, guys. We have the 22 turnovers for the game now. Protect the ball. They reach, they slap. Monzon goes for every steal. Abueva goes for every steal. Protect the ball. All right? Let's execute, guys. You're our starters, fellas. You're the guys we rely on.
Sabi ko nga, pag pinaglaro mo ko, lalaruin ko eh. Wala naman sa age yan eh. Nasa ano yan, nasa porsige. Kung love mo yung game, lalaro. This is my passion eh. Ito na yung dream ko eh. Ito yung, yung trabaho ko eh. Siyempre, bubuhos ko na lahat. Hindi ko na inaano yung age ko.
Ageless.
Inaano ko kung ano yung trabaho. Kasi yung trabaho ko yung magpapakain sa pamilya ko eh. Hindi naman yung age ko eh. Di ba? It's a love in the game. Ibigay mo lahat.
Alam mo, kung naging light heavyweight boxer to, successful din ito si Calvin.
Bakit, sir?
Yung figura niya, yung angas niya.
Sa katawan.
Yumir Marcel. Pero, nanalo ng gold medal
na naman.
Number 5. Canto. Yes.
This is the part of the quarter wherein Ginebra was able to mount a rally, at least with Ralph delivering 3 triples sa pangalawang quarter. Let's see if Troy Rosario will be able to power the perimeter scoring here for Ginebra as well.
He has already accumulated 7 points and the lead has been trimmed down to 13. Still substantial. Here's you. Touch passing by the Giant Risers. That shot does not work. Oh, excellent effort to get the rebound by Dionisio, but no success.
Change up defensively by Ginebra on the 2-man game by Joshua Munzon. Blitzing Munzon. Earlier, this was another assist from Scotty. Scotty assist. Count at number 6.
And that's a 3-point shot brought to you by Arena Plus Sportsbook. In the meantime, ayun, babagsak na naman. Yung mga kapampangan ng sumasabit sa isa't isa.
So far, Aguilar with only 2 points on the drop step to the baseline and the getaway. Upside defense coming from Abueva.
So, tinawagan nga ng foul si Abueva. So, kung foul yan, 3 na. Yung klase ng foul siguro ang concern. Pero, Nachi, ano meron?
Sir 7 Coach Ronnie, para kay Calvin Abueva, 4 wins already says a lot about what their new team can do. At the same time, ang gusto ni Calvin dito sa Titan ay kuhang-kuha daw niya yung laro niya. He's excelling and more importantly, he's enjoying playing. Calvin is staying positive dahil daw sa pinapakita ng team niya. Parang marami pa raw posibilidad para sa kanila. Kaya for now, he's just going to enjoy the journey with the Giant Risers. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Nudge. Pinababayaan siyang maggawin ang gusto niyang gawin, di ba? So why not?
Nagde-deliver naman.
May mga players, Ronnie, alam mo naman through the years. Bayaan mo lang. Di ba?
Hindi mo pwedeng ikahon.
May kahon ka, may sistema ka, pero yung talent, huwag mo dapat i-contain. Anyway, Malaysia is back on the hardwood. Dionisio receiving. Monzon popping out. And Scotty has decided he's going to watch Monzon a little closer. Shot clock down to 4. Abueva. No, not this time. And a steal from behind. Ginebra can't hang on to the ball. Clock is down to 6 and 14. Abueva peeks inside. They have 12 seconds to do something. And a steal by Holt from behind. Scotty, Holt will unload a 3.
Best scoring run here for the Gin Twins since being behind by 15. Holt now with 17 on another Scotty Thompson assists.
Here's Joshua. 3 for 3. It won't bounce in. Malaysia calmly reassembles the offense. Whirls, wheels, deals. Naiwanan sa balasa si Greg. Libre. Bihis. And the offensive rebound belongs to Titan. Abueva telling Monzon, do your thing. Shot clock at 3. Layo. 4. No.
3 opportunities in 1 offensive sequence.
Libre. 20 puntos. And Ginebra has awakened.
NSD. Just like what happened in Bahrain against Rain or Shine.
3-point shot. Courtesy of Arena Plus Sportsbook. And the chant is on. Timeout.
you get the ball, you're attacking right now.
Alright? So keep on the D. Alonso, get under, then we'll run him.
Let's take a look at what Holt did previously against Rain or Shine in Bahrain.
15 points on under 33% shooting. One of their leading rebounders, also, of course, always unselfish. But today, with a 20-point explosion in just about 25 minutes, and an integral part in this third quarter uprising for the Gin Kings.
Lumaki ng 16, ano? Nabawasan na ngayon. 6 na lang. Tama ba, Matko?
Tama yan, sir.
Nadja na meron.
Coach Ronnie, compared to last year, mas naging madali daw ang adjustment para kay Stephen Holt. Last season, he didn't feel the need to step up as a leader for Ginebra dahil nandiyan naman daw si L.A. Tenorio. At the same time, he didn't want to step on anyone's toes. Pero ngayong conference, mas kilala na daw siya ng team. It's like the players gravitate towards him. Mas marami ang lumalapit sa kanya and even the coaches are talking to him one-on-one. In this All-Filipino Conference, he knows his responsibility. And he says he's ready to take that next jump as a leader for Ginebra.
Thank you very much. That's meanwhile turnaround shot. That shot, familiar move of Japet Aguilar, and the 16-point lead has evaporated.
Second field goal for Japet Aguilar, but more than that, only one possession away from the Titan Risers as Ginebra scored 18 in the quarter to the 9 points of the Titan Ultra Risers.
Biglang nag-spotter ang opensa ng Titan, no? Lead with Dionisio. Yes!
Pamatay
Always
solo.
had that shot.
And suddenly, 11 points for Aris Dionisio, 7-point lead. Coming off that last 3-point conversion by Dionisio.
Mas may energy naman ng Ginebra ngayon.
Ang layo.
Roy Tres. Yes!
Now they are in a very good offensive flow. Thompson, Aguilar, Troy Rosario helping us itong si Holt sa third quarter rally ng Gin Kings.
And Troy Rosario has now entered the double-digit column. Japet swatting Monson. Here comes the open shot. Yes! And listen to this crowd roar!
24-12 in the quarter, doubling up offensively, tightening up likewise their defensive dragnet here, especially against Monzon.
Pumutok na Ginebra, no?
Ayo.
Pumutok na eh. Coming down to the last 3 minutes. Huli. Eto. 2-on-1. Japet! Bitin! He was going for the spectacular. Here's Dionisio. Can't line up. Melesio. It won't stay in. Ball is loose. Leak out. No chance to pass. They want to preserve the possession here. This is for the lead. You heard me right. They're now going for the lead. And they will get it!
Down by as much as 16 at 64-48. 64-48. 23 surge delivered by the Gin Kings. Anchored an excellent three-point shooting, better decision-making, and the Scott and Thompson factor. Plus Holt here in quarter number 3.
Ginebra resurging and just coming back to life there. Here are some numbers on Ginebra season, or the conference that is.
Ito yung kinukwento natin kanina, in a bubble as they lost 2 of their first 6 games but has won 4 straight heading to their final game here in the elimination phase. Outstanding offensive change up here for the Gin Kings. Look at the assist count and the points inside the paint.
Sabi team ko, salamat ha. Gumising na kayo. And his team now in the lead by 1. Playing catch-up most part of this game.
Monzon is out, Balanza is in.
Oo, medyo na-check na rin si Monzon eh. Abueva against Rosario. He backs it in and the lead back in the hands of the Giant Risers.
And that will be 4 in the quarter for Abueva after finishing with 9 first half points.
David whips it over to Barrientos. Rosario in a box. Torres, top of the key. Yes!
Ginebra, 4 of 12 from 3-point line in the first 2 quarters. Here, in the third quarter alone, at least with 5 made 3-point baskets. That's 15 at least of their 29-point output coming from the long
now
line.
they lead by 2. Talk of climbing back into the game. Abueva launches, knocks it down.
Have no fear. Abueva is here, says Calvin. 5 points in 2 possessions. Restores a 1-point edge for the Titans.
Abueva has pocketed 16 points. Barrientos gives it to Rosario. Misses wide. Flores starts to tap it back in. Does not hit anybody from Ginebra. No basket. Should it go in? And there's a foul that will result in a sideline inbound here. Aris Dionisio called for that last foul is drawn out. Von Pesumal returns to the floor.
Playing against his former team.
Yes, indeed. 72-71 tally here. It's been a seesaw battle in the last 6 points. Cool hands off to Barrientos. Cuts up the inside, scores. And the lead is back with Ginebra.
2-man game execution coming off the handoff. 9 in the game. And again, a better player, a much better player when attacking the basket.
And look at this. We're going to have a good fourth quarter with the way this comeback of Ginebra has been engineered. 35 seconds remaining. Dalawang possessions. Abueva tries to drag them inside. Balanzas had a good game. Drills it in. It's a shootout here at Araneta. Balanza with 9. Cool thought about it. That's not going to work. Alam mo si Ralph Cruz, dapat parang Calvin Octana pagtanggap, tira na. But he's probably thinking, system. Titan in the lead. Ubus oras. Naipit si Calvin sa gitna.
Dinoble team bigla eh.
But we have a good one from 16 down. Ginebra has tasted the lead twice. They're down still though by 2. It's time to summarize the game. First 3 quarters before Ginebra erupted, it was Monzon and Abueva doing their thing running.
And again, the top 2 scorers joining forces to account for at least 41 points for the Titan Ultras, or 38 points for the Titan Ultras. Monzon took care of business up to the midpoint of quarter 3 until Abueva was able to finish hot for the Titan Ultras.
And then Hawk catching fire, slowly getting Ginebra on track, and then everybody suddenly joined the party. They turn around a 16-point lead, a 20-3 run, creating the turnaround.
And those 6 points from 3-point line coming from Holt opened the scoring well from the second longest line. And they were able to, as you mentioned earlier, nakalamang ng bahagya. Subalit Abueva at Dionisio pinigilan na malamangan sa pagbubukas ng fourth quarter.
So, it becomes anybody's ball game here as Ginebra has risen and come to light. There's a foul against Pesumalo as he tried to snap the ball away from the goal.
with the quarter scoring. First 2 quarters lost by Ginebra. By 11 in the first quarter, by 2 points in quarter 2 to be behind by 13. But winning the third quarter, 31-20. Down by 2 points entering the fourth and final quarter.
As we welcome you, the Smart Araneta Coliseum, the return of the PBA. We've been moving around a lot. It's nice to be back the original home of the PBA, where it all started 50 years ago. In the meantime, nagkahiwalay-hiwalay yung katawan ni David sa kanto na yun.
Good effort play still para dito kay David.
30 seconds into the final quarter. Sabi nga ni Nerds kanina, self-inflicted yung mga nangyari sa Ginebra. Nung bandang dulo, medyo self-inflicted naman ang nangyari sa Titan.
Tama.
Runner. No. Look at Flores fly. They have a new but lesser shot clock here. Wonder when they will bring back the jump. Calvin creates. Can't get it to go on a straight line, actually.
Well defended by Ralph Koo.
Yeah, I agree. Scotty with those giant strides. Cool launches.
Wrong line.
Pero may may height, may direksyon, may amplitude.
Meron na siyang 3 na pinakawalang 3-point baskets kanina. Lahat sa second quarter.
May permiso yan. Twin high post action. Libre si Bon. Ayaw. Calvin tries to save it from going out. Abueva Besoma launched because he was running out of shot clock time. Kaya naman ganun yung pukul ni Bon pala. Nasaktan si Abueva, pero naman sabi niya sa interview, di bali yung age ko. Okay lang yan, Calvin. At a certain age, marami ka na talaga nararamdaman. Yung dating hindi umaaray.
Pagpag lang.
Ganon. Sometimes it works.
He did more than enough to ensure that they were still ahead entering the fourth and final quarter.
Yeah, he needs a breather. He needs a blow. Down underneath. Foul baiting mission. That will not work. Torres battling. Ball is taken away. Flores. Besumar. Top of the keyhole. Out of action. The shot.
Wow. First touch, no problem for the former Binil Blazer. Former team captain of CSB.
Sino nga ito?
Sanko.
Oh, yan yung ba yung sinasabi yung bago?
Ayan, sir. At saka, of course, itong si Javier Leonard. Yung isa, sir, ay si John Sahonia na hindi pa natin nakikitang naglalaro para sa kanila.
Scotty tried but could not get the basket. There's a foul underneath.
6 straight points here for the Ultras since being beat down at 73-72. At yun ay sa dulo pa ng ating third quarter.
Mark Daniel Sanko. Torres missing the front end.
Si Avillard naman nagsimula ng kanyang PBA career para sa Converge. Bago napadala rito sa Titan Ultras kapalit ang draft pick.
Torres makes sure on the second. Cuts down the lead of Titan Ultra to 4.
Unang puntos ng Ginebra dito sa ating pahuling quarter.
Approaching the 9-minute mark. Flores, where the vets are resting right now for Titan. Balanza's been frisky. The drive missed. Shot clock violation. Natch, go ahead.
Sir 7 Coach Ronnie, Coach John Del advised the guys not to let the Ginebra run get to them. Just stay patient, do better on defense, and remain alert. Para naman sa Ginebra, Coach Tim asked the guys to set better screens and make good use of the corner. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much. 78-74 count. Baseline attempt. Bang!
Well set up once again by Scotty Thompson. 12 points off the bench for RJ Barrientos, the 25-point scorer in their win against Rain or Shine.
And he has cut down the lead of the Titan Ultra Giant Risers to just one. If you not joining us just now, hindi nyo inabutan, lumamang ng 16 itong Titan. Pesomal is hounded and hindi nakatiis si David Sumundot.
Hounded by his former teammate.
Villonar will come in. Sanko will also go out. Villonar will go out. Sanko will also go in. And here come the veterans back on the hardwood. Except Abueva. Ular is there. Flores together with Monzon and Balanza.
Very good perimeter defenders. David match up against the #1 scorer so far for the Risers in this match, Joshua Monzon.
6.4 and Monzon receiving. Sees a bit of daylight. Scoops it up and scores.
Wow. Finds a way to evade the defense and knock in his 24th point.
Wow,
First 2 points in the quarter.
And he has gotten arrested. Yung sinasabi mo sa akin, kahit 1 minute, makainom ng tubig. In the meantime, Scotty Thompson launches and delivers to tie this ball game at 80. He has 11.
A shot coming off a pass. Earlier, Scotty to RJ Barrientos for a 3-point conversion. Now, RJ setting up Scotty for another 3-ball tied at 80.
Sabit ang kamay ni David. Sundot ang sundot eh. Third foul. Ginebra has requested for a timeout. This ball game is all tied up with 160 points between the two teams.
And then we trap the twist, all right? Trap the twist on Monzon. On the 5-man. 4-man, we're switching, all right? 4-man, we're switching out. And then we're stunting, okay?
AT Always account, we put together some highlights of RJ Barrientos.
And you're seeing the future of the Gin Kings hard at work. Coming off a 25-point game against Rain or Shine in Bahrain, RJ picks up where he left off. Shooting well from beyond the arc, attacking the basket as well, has been a major force of the bench. The #1 scorer of the second unit of Coach Timko.
By the way, earlier today we had TNT Tropa 5G winning against Magnolia. LA Tenorio back on the hardwood. Out of retirement. Nakashoot pa si LA ganina.
Meron, sir. 4 points. A lot of assists. And responsible for an excellent offensive flow to start out the ball game. Laban sa napakabigat na kalaban na TNT.
Yeah. TNT ang daming weapons.
Hindi pa nakapaglaro si Poy Eram kanina.
So the top 4 slots are already secured as of now, Ronnie.
That's correct, sir.
And final pairings na lang. Ular. We have a 24-second shot clock whistled against the Giant Risers.
Incidentally, RJ Barrientos is the #1 scorer for the Gin Kings here in the Philippine Cup, close to 16 points per game.
Coming off the bench at that.
Rookie of the year last season.
Scotty is bothered. Koo keeps it on their turf. Here's David. Sees a crack. Drills it in. And gives Ginebra a new taste of the lead.
And that's why he has stayed inside. Plays tough defense. Makes the right decisions. Always stays composed.
Tsaka eager to steal the ball, though he has committed 2 fouls. Monzon. Oh! Great pass to Flores.
Every time Joshua Monzon penetrates, good things happen. Like Scotty Thompson, a very good Very good passer.
Flores with 8 points. Downstairs to Ko. Kicks it outside. Libre. Barrientos beginning to wax hot. He has 13.
Nearing a scoring average of close to 16, but more than that gives Ginebra a 3-point lead since being behind at
I think this is
78-73.
their biggest lead, ano?
Mukha nga, sir.
Hindi pa nagko-4 ata. Anyway, Monson on the move. Bottled up at the 15-foot line. Balanza. Sidestepping.
Wow.
Oh, just missed. Graceful glide. No connection, though. Huli ni Monson. Nabawi ni Scotty. Binigay kay David. Bang!
What more can you ask for from Scotty Thompson? Pag ibinigay niya, panira na. And David has had 4 fourth-quarter points for the Gin Kings.
And David blocks the rebound rather.
This was a 78-73 scoreline to open up quarter 4 para sa Titan Risers. Since that time, 14 for Ginebra, 4 points para sa Ultra Risers.
Pinoy step. Barrientos. And suddenly, the wind has been taken out of the sails of the Titan Ultra Giant Risers, who have controlled the game for the most part, leading by as much as 16. Watch this.
Beating the defense of the primary and secondary defenders, scoring 5 points in 2 possessions. Suddenly, Ginebra up by 7, their biggest lead versus the Risers.
Okay, just to review the possibilities, we'll take a short break. We'll talk about it when we return.
Josh, you get hold. Okay? You get the big, the other thing. Sa'yo na yung play na sa atin. Then sa offense, motion na natin. Paikot natin. Come on. Yellow tayo sa ball screen.
And the possibilities of the quarterfinals where the intensity will escalate several notches as the race is on to win this Philippine Cup on the 50th season of the PBA.
And the quarterfinals will begin on the 25th.
Some people like to work on Christmas Day. I've done that. In the meantime, if Ginebra wins, this is the possibility.
They will play Converge, needing to win twice versus the Fiber Xers.
And if the other side wins,
then they will have to face Rain or Shine, the second best team after elimination
and
phase.
they also are at a 2-0 disadvantage.
Correct. Complete a defensive stop and that after timeout play coming from the Titans.
Hindi aabot ang Ginebra sa top 4, no?
Hindi.
So that cast is set, the top 4. It's just the combinations as we take a look at the run perpetrated by Ginebra here in the 4th. Corner. This team just coming to life at the right moment.
Again, shots coming off passes, setting up open teammates. Down 5.
Ginebra's been a long time assist leader in the tournament.
Tama naman, sir. At saka nawala na yung mga turnovers na nangyari para sa kanila.
Medyo mas maingat na sila sa basketball. 7 and what a move!
Taking over, Sergio Barrientos. 25 points against Rain or Shine in Bahrain. And again, the misdirection and the sudden burst of speed.
Nag-football ito si RJ Barrientos. Kaya niyang linlangin yung goalkeeper sa penalty shootout.
That was 12 fourth-quarter points, by the way.
Wow, look at this.
That's 12 of the 22 fourth-quarter points.
What a turnaround. Ilan na na-score ng Titan dito?
Sa quarter na ito ay meron pa lang silang 10 points sa pagbabalik yan ni Calvin Abreva ngayon.
Okay, they're now behind. And Calvin puts a hand in it. Although there's a lot of time remaining. Let's see what they do.
Up 16, behind by 10.
So let's get started, he seems to be saying. The lead is slashed down now to 6.
Just like that. On one shot, a 4-point conversion by Abueva. He now has a total of 20 points.
Here's Torres. David Koo. Hand off to David at the top of the keyhole. David contemplating. Torres has to make a move. 1 second remaining in the shot clock.
Ginebra only had 19 points in the first 12 minutes. Since that time, 80 points almost scored by the Gin Kings.
Good line by Aris Judicial, finding this perfect line there.
7 points in 2 possessions. They were down 10 earlier, behind by just 5. Just a 2-possession edge for the Gin Kings.
4 ba yun? Hindi.
Yung kay Abueva, sir, 4.
Yung kay Abueva, 4. 5-point game. Ginebra in the lead, but not out of it yet. Abariento's bottled up. Cool launches a 3. Not this time. Ball is loose in the hands of Monzon. Yu to Monzon. Abueva cuts up the inside. And the lead is down to 3.
When Calvin was out, suddenly the Titans were down by 10 at 95-85. Upon his return, they've scored 9 points. Only gave up 2. Just like that, they're back in the hunt.
Abarientos against Monzon. Shot clock reduced to 6. Holt fires. Got it to dribble in. It's a 3. Gives them some space. Holt with 23.
That's a big reply coming from Holt. 20-point game after the first 3 quarters.
You decides to take a crack at it. And the rebound in the hands of Ginebra. Under the basket. Two-minute mark. Abueva, no. Cool with some valuable rebounding.
And Ginebra with big stops here in winning time.
They caught themselves in the nick of time.
Yes, yes. For the second game in a row.
Just when you thought they were in a stupor, jet lagged and all, suddenly they got their second and third wave back and looking good going into the last minute and 40 here.
42 points in the first 2 quarters, 58 points since.
And in a game wherein they were lackluster, to say the least, in the first half. Too many turnovers. First quarter, 10 na eh, di ba?
10 na. At pumalo sa 33 turnover points ang Risers at the end of the 3 quarters.
Holt. Abueva says this is not yet over. It's just a 6-point lead. Monzon can make this interesting. No. And the rebound, Abueva. Dionisios can't save it from going out. Tried to hook it back in. No.
So doon sila humabol sa long ball conversions. Doon din sila. Ngayon, hindi nakakahabol dahil sa mga sablay mula sa 4-point shots at 3-point attempts, referring to the Risers.
Unting tinapyasan ito. There's a head coach challenge.
19 points in the first 12 minutes, 81 points since for the Gin Kings.
So if things hold, Ginebra will, I mean, nakita mo kung Ginebra will face Converge.
Converge and will end up in the 5th spot.
Ang makakalaban ng rain or shine, sige, silipin mo kodigo natin.
Ang makakalaban ng rain or shine kung makalusot ang Ginebra ay Meralco.
Meralco. It's been a long game for Titan and
Grabe yung swing, no? Kung manalo hindi ang Ginebra.
Referee will make an announcement.
After po ng review, nakatapak po sa guhit si Titan. Kaya po ang challenge ng Titan ay hindi successful.
1:14 to go. Mukhang unsuccessful challenge. Ano?
Tama, sir.
Hindi malinaw yung announcement. Anyway, goal libre. Walang takot yung David. Ano? Pag pwede tumira, makakawalan.
Saka binibigyan. Uy.
Naku, na binalibol. Dionisio, you, inside. Calvin, lihis. And that could be it.
Another big stop coming from the Gin Kings.
Fault. There's a foul.
2 free throws coming up.
Penalty ang... sayang yung lamang ng Titan. Wala sa...
This is Sais.
It's one of the things they will have to learn as a team. Lead management. Kasi culture ng Ginebra, habol eh.
Saka naiba yung tema nung napahinga si Abueva. Suddenly they were behind by 10. Napahabol din naman yun.
Exactly.
Pero iba yung nakakalamang at iba yung naghahabol.
At saka tumama na yung Ginebra kasi yun. At the right moment.
Ito na, sir, yung first-year player. Bagong-bagong nanlalaro
ito?
mula sa Perpetual Altas.
Sino nga ito?
John Abis. Teammate nila Patrick Sleet para sa bronze medalist sa sa NCAA season.
Nasusundan mo nga pala yung mga bagets kasi may mga player ka rin hinahanap sa 3x3. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll use it. Laki ng effort ng Calvin Abueva tonight, pero ganda ng simula niya. Sila ni Monson.
Oo. Kulang sa tulong. Pangalawa, humigpit ang depensa ng Ginebra sa huling 2 quarters.
At ang kanyang numbers, well, iba na yung sistema ng laro eh. Pinakawala na siya eh. Go! Score! Produce!
Another double-double game for the Beast. But they will not get over 100. And the trend shows that pag hindi sila pumalo ng mahigit 100 ay hindi sila nakakalusot.
Hindi na nabantayan na rin si Monzon eh. No? Rebound foul. May review. Feeling...
Tinrabaho ni Scottie Thompson at saka ni David.
Exactly.
Si Monson.
Si referee Montoya may gustong suriin dun sa review.
All players wish to see the behavior in front of your sentences. Both teams are advised to observe common official.
Mabilis ang kanyang baliktanaw, ang kanyang review.
Later foul on Jason David for landing spot.
Landing spot ang tawag.
Jason David has his advantage.
Well, David will be out of this game. Only 35 seconds remaining.
Ginebra shot 4 of 12 from the 3-ball in the first 2 quarters. Since the first half, they've fired 11 made 3-point baskets.
Parang 2 different teams played in the first half.
Contrast of night
and the second half. At saka tumama eh. Iba yung confidence pag tumama na eh.
Tumama na tuloy-tuloy.
At saka yung takbo na in-initiate ni Scottie. So here comes Monson. It's an 8-point game. 35 seconds. Crowd trying to lend its support to the Ginebra cause. Second free throw finds its mark.
Team best 25 points tonight for Joshua Monzon.
Well, not far behind at 22. And they'll keep the basketball. Ganito, bakit? Ilan ang free throw?
4-point shot ang tinira sa
4 nga pala ang tinira.
James Martinez also inside as another 3-point threat.
Hindi ma-set up na maayos. Ito, masayang pagtatapos ito. 3, it's a 1-point game. Ginebra is not out of the woods. There's a foul in the backcourt.
Imagine had Monzon made all his 4 free throws. The magic continues for Joshua Monzon. Suddenly, he has 31 points on 7 points in the last 2 possessions.
Not over till it's finally over.
2 free throws for Stephen.
4 eh.
Bigat.
4 eh. All delivers on the first, gives them some breathing room.
Still a timeout remaining here for Coach Johnny Del Cardel.
He'll probably use. Holt has registered 26.
This is if Holt makes his final free throw.
27. 26 siya ngayon.
Yeah.
27. Ayan na. He will make the free throw. The timing. Well, hang on. And this game is still undecided. 104-101. Bago pumutok si Monzon, ano yung score? Ikaw ang sumusulat yan.
Kanina, ang talaan dyan, sir, ay 104-94. Sorry. 102-94.
Ayun.
Bago yung huling dalawang free throws ni Holt para itulak ang Ginebra sa 3 puntos na abante with this much time remaining.
Tapos pumutok si Monzon.
7 points on that flagrant foul called against David as he was taking his 4-point attempt, referring to Joshua Monzon.
Yun ang kailangan i-manage ni Jason Gabide, yung kanyang pagpa-foul. Na ang depensa niya kung minsan, ito, pukul ng 4, bang.
That's what, mahirap na step back shot yan. So yung catch and shoot sa ganyang distance, mahirap na eh. 31-point game for Monzon.
May kalakasan ng tuhod pa nito eh.
Sobra.
Should they go back to Monzon? Probably he'll try it from there. Trying to create a step back 4. Not this time. Abueva keeps it alive. A 3 will tie it. No. And there is a 24-second shot clock violation.
Big defensive stand here for the Gin Kings to preserve their 3-point lead.
Ito, pa-foul ang Titan. Malamang. The usual, go for the steal, but if not, foul. Ginebra will utilize the time and will hang on. Ito, maganda yung rebound ni Abueva eh. Kasi he wanted to do the 3 himself, aligned himself, but was bothered by a double team actually.
Inabot ba ni Scotty? Sa gilid siya sa challenge eh. Oh. Nahilang. But first it was a steal Sane still with the denial on that attempt coming from Joshua Monzon.
Sinabayan niya without fouling.
Malaki na yung defender na inilagay ni Coach Tim laban kay Joshua Monzon.
Okay, remaining time out. Ginebra isang full, isang 30. Kung gusto sa Titan, challenge ba ang Ginebra? But what a comeback by Ginebra. This augurs well for their campaign and how far it goes, but they won't be in the top 4. They'll have to win twice against whoever opponent they're going to face. And it looks like it'll be converged.
Right in the crest of a 5-game winning run, should they preserve this 3-point edge heading to the last 9 seconds of this game.
It seems like so long. 5 seconds. Hindi.
Foul away from ball.
Alala ko nung araw, meron pang bawal yung foul na ganun off the inbound. 5 on you, but penalty, free throws ito. So, the 2 free throws will nail this. Wala nang timeout ang Titan
Yung sinasabi nila, Coach Tim, the ball has not been inbounded yet.
Yun ang point ko
Yes.
But there's no question penalty ang Titan. So in a way, dead ball no?
Correct.
In a way, dead ball Tingnan itong dalawang ito. Parang hindi gumawa ng tig-20 yung puntos, Pero yung effort nila,
Hindi talaga tig-20. 30 yung isa.
30 yung isa,
Kalahati ng kanilang total scoring output. Mahigit sa kalahati galing sa kanilang dalawa.
Kung hindi naman pumutok yung 7 ng puntos na yun, hindi naman mabot ng 31
Kung hindi dito sa dulo, tapos na to kanina pa.
So, may announcement. Two free throws.
That's what Coach Tim Cohn is trying to say.
What
you
does he
cannot
say?
foul on a dead ball. Nonetheless, RJ Barrientos.
Well, he kind of secured this win already.
Ginebra 1 more point away. He has to nail this final free throw to more or less settle the
Kasi
issue.
may 4
Correct. Na tinatama ng Titans.
Pero itatak ko yan. Medyo ayos na yan. And who else? They want Abueva. Yes. We're not yet done.
Wow. Dangerous.
It looked like it was all right. And then suddenly because of the 4, wala nang timeout si itong Ultra. 4 yan.
26 plus 31. That's 57.
And buti lang for Ginebra. Barrientos has been hitting his free throws.
And Holt as well. They've made 5 straight free throws. Look at Pesumal hiding behind the steal.
What's he going to do? Go into a 4 position or 3 and leak out. Here's the quick inbound. 1 second remaining. The throw. We're done. We're done. And Ginebra escaping with a 108-105 win. It's really an escape when you consider they were down by 16.
Down 16. Ahead by 10. But an explosion coming from Joshua Monson, which netted him 7 straight points. Suddenly, Ginebra was in danger once more, but eventually survived on accurate free throw shooting.
Best player of the game and our Babat player of the game is brought to you by Devan. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babat moments with your family only with Devan.
Had a lot to do about that third quarter rally, nailing back-to-back three balls that enabled Ginebra to open the floodgates from beyond the arc.
And we're going to give you the final score, which now stands at 108 to 105. We're going to take a look at the playoff picture, I believe, in just a short while. I'll just await whatever you have. Ronnie, take us through this, please.
This is what we were talking about earlier, from the pre-game all the way to the in-game. This will be the final matchup heading to the quarters, and Ginebra will face Converge. And they will square off on Christmas Day.
Right away.
Right away.
Right away.
Teams needing to win twice are NLEX and Ginebra against San Miguel and the Converge Fiber Xers.
Okay. On behalf of Ronnie Magsano and Nacho Maravales, thank you for joining us. Ginebra is going to be in the playoffs, no question about it, but they had a difficult time here tonight against a Titan team that refused to just fold up and die. 108 to 105 is the count. In behalf of our Sports Fight team, thank you for joining us here on RPTV, where the PBA is solid.
The game. Congratulations, Steven. Ginebra was playing catch-up for the most part, but what opportunities did you take advantage of in an effort to make an impact and come out with a complete game today?
Yeah, I just want to give credit to Titan. They set the the energy, the tempo at the start of the game. They played hard for 4 quarters and made us earn this victory. We wanted to rally in the second half, just regroup. And just make shots, and it just ultimately just starts on the defensive end, and we're able to get stops, and that flowed into our offense. And again, credit to our guys just to not quitting and stepping up to making plays down the stretch.
Stephen, with the playoffs picture now complete, how are you going to be building off this momentum?
Yeah, I mean, the vibes are high. I mean, we've been putting in so much work all season. We've had so many ups and downs, and we're happy we have this little winning streak in our back pocket. But, at the end of the day, it's all about Converge, and I guess that's who we're playing. So we just got to focus on one game at a time and just leave it all on the floor in that first game.
Stephen, a lot of people showing you some love here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Any message you want to send out to them?
Yeah, I mean, just tremendous support from all the Ginebra fans. We feel it. Also, I want to give a shout out to my mom, Jackie, and my sister, Alyssa. They're here for Christmas. They came to the game. They're sitting behind the bench. Just want to give them a quick shout out. And I have some more family from Pampanga that came to the game, so I just want to give them a quick shout out.
Thank you so much, Steven. Congratulations once again to Barangay Ginebra. Now it's time for us to hear from our winning coach.
Welcome to the post-game press conference. We are here with our winning coach, Tim Cohn, and later we'll be joined by best player of the game, Stephen Holt. Coach Tim, the execution wasn't quite there in the first 3 quarters, but the 4th quarter showed your group's poise and focus. What does that response say about your team as you head into the playoffs?
Well, I tell you, it's really hard to come off a 10-hour flight from Bahrain and then show up here and play a day later. It's a chore, and it was a chore for our guys to do that. We were so worried about energy and trying to recover that we didn't practice. We went straight from the plane to the game without practicing, and it showed up in the first half. We were out of sorts, lack of energy. Our focus was bad. We had 19 turnovers, only 9 assists, and so it was really very disappointed in that first half. But second half, After the first 3 or 4 minutes, we started to play the game and played the game we wanted to play. And then in the fourth quarter, it was like, well, we worked this hard to win this game, so let's bring it home. Then we had that tough call on Jason David that gave them a 7-point play that made it a game again. But we thought the game was over by that time. So, the rain or shine game we played in Bahrain was not our best performance, and tonight was not our best performance. But hopefully we're saving it for the first game of the playoffs.
Coach Tim, as the margin for error gets smaller in the playoffs, where do you feel your team still needs to be sharper, especially against Converge?
Well, we're not thinking about Converge. We'll think about Converge tomorrow. We got to get them back on the video. We played them long ago, sometime in the mid-conference, and they beat us. So, we end up tying. So they're deserving to have that 4th slot. We understand that. But as far as we're concerned, we just got one game to play. So we're just going to lock into one game. And there's a lot that needs to be worked on before that game. So luckily we have 3 days to get ready, and we're going to use every day we can.
This game was going to be very important for both teams for various reasons. Ginebra wanting to end their season or the eliminations with a flourish, while same thing for Ultra. Titan Ultra wanted to end their conference in a high. Monzon got them off going.
Dangerous opponent simply because they had nothing to lose, and this was also a team which just tasted its first winning streak, referring to the Titan Ultras.
Sunny is still joining the party, trying to tell everybody, I'm here, I'm part of Ginebra. And then Kate Flores was also there, knocked in the shot and was given a extra free throw. He liked that. And at the end of the first quarter, dictating the flow was Titan Ultra 30-19.
Forcing turnovers, scoring off turnovers, and relying heavily on the exploits of Joshua Monzon.
In the meantime, in the second quarter, Koo got them going. If not for Koo's forays, they could have been down by a larger margin, actually.
Definitely could have been behind by 20 or more, as they could not stop Joshua Monzon, and the turnovers continued until Ralph Koo tried to arrest a big first half slide for the Gin Kings.
Aris Dionisio manning the corners, his favorite spots on the floor in his new team, and he used to play for Magnolia, of course. At the end of 24 minutes, it was still a substantial lead for Titan Ultra. Third quarter was a different story. And Gray, Holt, Scotty, Abarientos, and everybody else started to wax hot.
As they will hit 6 3-point baskets and score a total of 31 third quarter points to win the third quarter by 11 points and be only behind by 2 points entering the fourth and final quarter.
And in the final quarter, it was not decided until the very end, because of the forays and the attempts of Joshua Monzon. But at the end of 3, close and tight, lead changing hands several times. Fourth quarter was quite interesting, actually.
Definitely, but when Abreva was out, when he rested suddenly, Ginebra will find itself quite ahead by this much, 95-85, 4 minutes and 20 remaining.
Yes, magbabago ito. Cueva knocking in all 3. Casually walking away, and they were within 3.
Abreva, Monzon, definitely lethal combination. Suddenly, once again, the Titan Ultras back in the hunt.
And the lead stretched to 6-5, and this big 4.
That's 7 straight points in 2 possessions for Monzon. But, once again, critical free throws will be converted by Ginebra down the stretch.
And that created the separation, and in the last heave, they ran out of opportunities. Just the 3-point shot by Abreva. It could have tied it, it didn't happen, Ron.
Right, and Ginebra will not allow itself to lose. And they will be heading to the quarterfinals with a 5-game winning run And they will need to win twice against the Converge Fiber Xers starting on Christmas Day.
And that's not going to be easy. So it's something to look forward to. And the final touch is now being put on by RJ Abadientos, who also played a spectacular game for Barangay here
Indeed.
tonight.
Wow, wow, and wow.
Still not yet over at that point until the final free throws. Nailed it. That would have been made. Had that thing made that desperation try, we'd still be talking here tonight. So final count 108 to 105. Ginebra moves into the playoffs against Converge.